I was in the grocery store the other day, and one thing I experienced was a mom that had a couple kids. And this was a mom that was pretty cool. She was not stressed out or whatever, but the thing that stressed me out about the situation is that she had a toddler who was in her shopping cart that was screaming at the top of her lungs. And this kid was like belligerent and just screaming and crying and wouldn't stop. And the crazy thing about witnessing this situation is the mom was completely callous to the crying. Like, she could care less. The kid was safe and just kind of throwing a tantrum, but you could tell that the mom had experienced this so much that it was just something she barely even heard anymore. And I can remember a point in my life when I had little kids too, I was at that. But it was like so annoying to me. And nothing to say about moms. Moms got to get their job done at the grocery store. But I think that was a great analogy just for understanding that there are some things that when we experience them so much, we just become callous to them. And I kind of want to think about like sin, when you think about that. Like things that we do in our life and things that we've done that are opposite of what God's best for us, and we've just become used to them. The Apostle Paul writes to the church in Ephesus in Ephesians 4:19. He's talking about Gentiles, and he's talking about people who kind of just go through life and don't care about sin in their life. He says, having lost all sensitivity, they have given themselves over to sensuality so as to indulge in every kind of impurity. And they are full of greed. And he goes on to state that we as believers have been given a new righteousness. And Jesus has given us that. And that we have the ability to not allow ourselves to become callous to the sin in our life. When you think about the analogy of that kid screaming and the mom just not caring, is there something in your life that is like blatantly not what God wants for you? And you've just gotten so used to it. And what you need to understand is it's not just about being better and not doing it. It's really just embracing the fact that Jesus has given you his righteousness. And he's giving you the ability to look at your life and face every sin and face everything that isn't for him, and to face it head on, and to know that God has given you the strength to overcome those things. And so I pray that you could look at your life and find those screaming kids, figuratively, when you think about the sin in your life, the things that you just kind of ignore now. But really focus on them and do what God would want you to do, is to challenge yourself to work through those things and embrace God's best for you.